Okay, since you come from Sweden, I wanted to ask you, I got the picture that people here see Scandinavia as some kind of heaven for metalheads. Would you agree with that? Do people still have prejudice against metalheads in your country as well?
Yeah, I guess it's not so different over there than over here. I don't think so. But I mean, maybe metalheads are getting like recognized better these days. It's become much more mainstream. I guess is the wrong word, but like even the big newspapers are kind of writing about it now, where for a few years ago they didn't. So, but I don't think it's such a big difference, really.
What about when you were teenagers? Have you ever been stigmatized for being a metalhead in school or at work or something like that? I mean, this is your work, of course. You haven't been stigmatized, but you know what I mean.
Not as far as I can remember. No.
Not really. In Sweden, it's pretty not a big deal. No.
Not even older people.
No, of course you could get like might look at you like from far. You know, sometimes people judge you from your looks, but in Sweden people are quite open-minded, and you know it's okay. You know, you can have tattoos and long hair, you still get a job. While maybe in USA it could be very very tricky if you're looking a bit different. You know, you are. At least that's my experience from USA. They're much more
conservative. Maybe.
Yeah. So in Sweden it's pretty good, I would say.
Oh, I also noticed that in Sweden there's like this grand resurrection of bands from the music from the 80s. Like everybody's playing these new bands are playing this AC/DC kind of style, and there's a lot of glam bands. So what do you think about that? Because I think it's kind of more expressed in Sweden, more stressed or something.
Maybe, I don't know. I think the new thing now in Sweden is all these bands like playing 70s style, like, and also kind of like mixed 70s with like early 80s kind of heavy metal and Merciful Fate, King Diamond stuff and all that stuff, you know. So I think trends, they come and go. And
yeah, it's always a circle, you know. It comes back. You know, right now this is what's coming back, and I don't know if Sweden is maybe early on this the new thing, or if they started, I don't know. But it's a lot of bands all over the world that started to go back. You know, it's natural. I think it always goes. It doesn't matter if it's music or if it's fashion, you know, with clothes and stuff. It just goes around all the time. So.
The glam thing in Sweden, I think it was for a few years, and then now it's going down a little bit. People are not as interested anymore. So it's, I don't know. It's kind of short-lived trends, really.
You're not going to go glam, I guess. So there's no problem with you. Okay, are there any bands, new bands in Sweden that you noticed? Are you still into metal scene? Are you still, you know, listening to new music, discovering new bands, or?
Not discovering, perhaps.
Not as much as one should do, probably. You know, try. You know, by the time I realized there's something good out there, they already got noticed by the bigger audience, so I'm a bit slow on that part.
Yes, kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't know. It was much better when I was younger. You know, I followed everything, but now I'm getting older. I have other things to think about. You know, that also takes a lot of time in my life. So.
Well, do you have to have an extra jobs? Can you live off of your band?
Right now we live 100% from the music, and we've been doing that for the last couple of years. So. It's pretty comfortable. It's very nice.
But what about before that period?
Yeah, before that we had full-time job. You know, and it was kind of tricky to both have a full-time job and start touring. You know, because you had to tell your boss, and I'm going to be away for 5 more weeks here, and it was also like a hassle. But then we had like a period where we did both for a while, and then we managed to do it full-time after that. So. It was nice.
What's the most interesting jobs that you've done, except this one?
Not really.
It's all kind of boring.
Oh, too bad. And you're also famous for like this constant touring. Like you always go around. I think you're like the band who plays the most, maybe, traveling the world. Is there any country that you would like to play in? but you still didn't play there?
Well, there are actually many countries we haven't played in so far. So I mean, there's.
Where do you want to go?
Well, we still have a few countries in South America where we haven't been, and on this tour we have a few shows in places we haven't been. Like it's going to be the first time in Romania, in Bulgaria, and was it more? Yeah, a few Slovakia. I think it's the first time as far as I know. So it's always fun wherever you go. If it's new place, it's always fun. You know? So in a lot of Asian countries where we haven't been yet. So.
Yeah. What about the Far East?
Yeah, the scene is maybe not really big there, but we did a few shows last year, like in China and Taiwan and India, and you know.
What was India like?
It was really cool, you know. It's different, you know. It's a very different country, of course, compared to Sweden. But the Metalheads, they were just like Metalheads everywhere. So we had a great show, and yeah, they might need some more experience, like with the organization of the shows. But the Metalheads, they're amazing.
In China as well.
Yeah, well, we just did one show, like a club show, but it was really fun. Yeah. So.
Well, I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the tour as well. And I hope you're going to have fun tonight on the stage as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you
very much.
Hi, this is Johan from Amon Amarth, and you're watching Metalheads on ZAGREB 1.